It's time to put the kettle on and get the biscuits out and join Kieran Farrell and Ed Harrison for Brew and Biscuits.
Welcome to Brew and Biscuits. This week, unfortunately, there's just me. Kieran Farrell has tested positive for coronavirus. So we're keeping our distance. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, what? He seems very ill. He seems very ill. Definitely very ill.
Bro, it's fuck all up with me.
Ben Ridings, age 22, 3-0 in the professional ranks. Boxer have given this opportunity, I'm going to take it and I'm going to win it. I'm the one to watch out for in this tournament because I am 3-0, nobody knows my style, but now we've got it down to a T and there's going to be some knockouts. I am the underdog, I'm going to win this tournament, so you better watch out.
Yes, bro. Welcome to Brew and Biscuits.
How you doing? You okay?
Well, I've just been jumping on my bed, yeah, and I've lost Ed.
Yeah.
It's gone.
You've lost Ed?
Lost Ed's just fucking blew off, bro. I've been jumping on my bed, bro. My bedroom. This. Wait, I was waiting for Ed to get on here now, bro. We should be here in a minute. What about Zach Cheller?
Nah, mate. Fucking, he was going on obviously before the fight that if he gave it his all, he'd knock me out in a round. I mean, you couldn't even knock him out in a round. Everything that me and you worked on, Keys, we knew for a fact we would have had him. That after watching the fight, I was like, fucking hell. I thought he would have had a little bit more than that. What he actually gave.
I'll be honest. I expected more from him, and I thought I actually was like I was even going into the hype a little bit, thinking, shit, he's bringing it in. He's gonna bring it. But I did know that you was on your top form, so I was like, whatever he brings to the table, Ben's gonna chin him anyway. You know what I mean? So like, bring it on. And bro, if he brought that to you yesterday night, he was gone, mate. He wouldn't like. He had his left hand low down here, he had left hand down there, and you would have just dropped that boom right on his chin, mate, and that would have been that. I know for a fact that he wouldn't have stood up, bro. You know what I mean? For 3 rounds, I'll be honest. I'm pretty certain after a round or two that he would have been done, bro. You know what I mean? You would have probably got a knockout highlight reel. You know what I mean? The one what you were looking for, Ed, that knockout highlight reel, bro. He would have got that yesterday, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like obviously the way you were fighting, we all know that Zach Cheller is good for 10 rounds and stuff, but in that format, he didn't even get checked. Like he's jabbing it. Every opening that I seen, I knew for a fact I would have chinned him. I knew it 100%.
Yeah, the best bit as well, though, bro, was that he actually did come forward. So he did actually come forward. He said that he was going to come forward, and he did it. He come forward, but like, oh mate, he would have walked right into them right hands. You know what I mean? Right into them right hands.
Yeah.
It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? Look, again, for the experience, what we've both been through, it is what it is. It's just more experience in the bag now. You know what I mean? But I'm truly gutted for you, bro. You know what I mean? You know for a fact that you would have won that hands down, mate, easily. Even Joe Gallagher texted me and he was like, "Look, you feel so sorry for Ben." You know what I mean? After all that hard work, what you put in and that. So yeah, it's just. Bro, did you watch the second semi?
Yeah, I watched the second semi. I mean, obviously Michael McGoldrick, he's a top fella and that. He's been quite supportive with me after obviously the fight and that, but he just gave it all in that first semi, didn't he? He obviously got a little bit tired in the final. But yeah, that was toe to toe, weren't it?
In the waiting room, we've got Carl Greaves, promoter, manager, and boxing trainer. He trains loads of fighters. He manages loads of fighters.
I've been in the game since a young lad, mate. I was boxing at 9 years old, mate. You know what I mean? I turned pro at 19. I retired from fighting at 28. I went straight out and got my managers and promoters licenses. Me and you, mate, were from the same cloth. We're exactly the same kids. Boxing's in the blood. Boxing's a life, mate. You know what I mean? As soon as you finished boxing, you did exactly what I did. You know what I mean? You was the youngest promoter and manager in the country, just like I was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's your heart and soul. You love the game, mate. You'll give anything to get the next champion and obviously push them through.
You know when I had like Amy Timlin come out the other day, and even when Ed's fighting, to be fair, and that entrance music comes on, I still get chills down my arms. Like I'm like,
oh mate,
ready for this. You know what I mean?
Mate, exactly the same as me, mate. You can't describe it, and like I say, you can't describe being in boxing, being in that ring until you've been in yourself, mate.
Yeah. You got David Avanesian fighting, haven't you?
Yeah, not till January the 30th, mate. But I ain't no good at darts, so I ain't no good at darts, mate. So your title will be safe there, definitely.
Yeah, good. That's it.
Is he fighting Josh Kelly again?
Yeah, we've been set a date the 30th of January. So obviously that's what we're aiming for. I mean, Davey's not very happy because he wanted to box before the end of the year. But seeing pictures of Josh Kelly, I mean, he's absolutely huge, mate. I mean, he's massive.
What's your gut feeling, Carl? You think he'll fight or not this time?
You know what, mate? I'm really hoping so. I mean, like I said, just seeing pictures of Josh Kelly, is well overweight, mate, and that's the reason he didn't want to box this year. He's got to get a lot of weight off. Yeah. I mean, David's a pure athlete, mate. He's always in the gym, always training. He's ready to go. He's only probably 10 pound over now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a fit kid. He's always in the gym, always training, always ready. But it's disappointing because I mean, he's been on and off his fight. I mean, finally got another date now, 30th of January. Will it be third time lucky? You know what I mean? Let's see. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of animosity going around. I mean, obviously Neil ripped Adam Booth to bits at the press conference and said a few home truths, and they didn't like it. But listen, Neil just says it how it is, and fair play to him. I mean, you've got to stand up for yourself in this game, and obviously Neil, none of us are happy the way we've been treated and carried on. I mean, at the end of the day, Davey's the champion.
What's your favourite biscuits, Savannah?
I like them Biscuits, them cheap things you get out of Poundland.
There you go.
I could eat a full packet of them.
Biscuits is the call. New World lads fighting, Carl?
I've had a bit of disappointment, really. I offered Ellis Matron for that David Adelaide. David Adley's team said it was a fight or too early, so that's not going to happen. I offered Josh Quayle to fight this Johnny Fisher, the Romford ball making his debut. They didn't fancy that. I offered Evaldas Korsicas to box Shiraz for that WBO European. Shiraz said they didn't want to box a southpaw. So it's been bad luck, mate, really. So I'm struggling.
I know that it's nice for fighters to get signed up, especially for us, Carl, as well as managers of these young lads and that. But they're signing like the cream of the crop, and if you're not coming from the Olympics, then they're not really interested.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I know, and it just proves that some of these so-called top superstars, these amateurs, mate, they don't always cut it as a pro. You mean, look at Mark Leach the other week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He what was his name who we beat? That
Kezashvak it was.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I know Mark Leach was a good amateur, but this kid was a flyer, wasn't he? You know what I mean? A top amateur from the Olympics.
Yeah, 100%.
It don't mean nothing, mate. Professional boxing is a completely different game. You know what I mean? It's just all about heart, being rough, being tough, and you've got to have ability, but you've got to want it, mate. I mean, some of these kids that come from the Olympics and the top amateurs, they're not hungry enough sometimes. You know what I mean? They're fighting more. They don't want it enough. You know what I mean? And that's how I find it. So let's just see. But it is frustrating for a small old promoter because we build kids up. We invest all the money in kids, and if we can't sell them, you've got a good kid. You'll do your best for them.
Yeah.
But the big promoters always know, they're looking down on you, knowing they're going to end up with this kid. You know what I mean? Because we can only take him so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're looking down on us thinking, yeah, let him keep chucking his money into him. Let him keep building up. He looks a good kid he's got there.
Yeah.
But he'll have to come to us. He'll have to come to us eventually. So they know that they've got us by the balls, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you have got a kid that no one's really interested in, who can fight, you've got to get him in the mandatory position, really. Get him into mandatory position.
Yeah.
And then hopefully the big promoter will do a deal with you. But same again, they know they're always going to get your good kids, mate. And that's the frustrating thing with having no TV. I mean, that's the only difference with the power they've got over us. You know what I mean? They don't know the game no better than us, but they've got TV.
I'm here with Darren Barker, and we're asking him what his favourite biscuit is.
It's a tough one. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a milk chocolate digestive, because you're never going to be disappointed, are you? I mean, you're going to dunk it in your tea or your coffee, you're going to bite it and say, that's a pleasant biscuit. And you're never having just one, you'll have more than one. So yeah.
Yeah, the milk chocolate biscuit.
Milk chocolate biscuit.
I mean, it's crazy how the game's changed in the years I've been in it. I mean,
yeah,
you're getting so many people involved in the game now who's got no boxing background, no boxing history.
Yeah,
probably got a few quid, and they know somebody who's got a few quid, and they're just getting the name. They just, you know what I mean, find friends in the gym who was boxers, and they just tag alongs, and all these strength and conditioning coaches now. All of a sudden, the professional boxing coaches haven't got a clue about the game. And listen, they might know the history on boxing. I mean, they might know who was heavyweight world champion in 1948 and all that. But at the end of the day, they don't know the game, mate, and that is the bottom line. And
Billy Graham said, you can put a parrot in a room with you, and the parrot will start going like throw the double jab right hand, but you wouldn't trust the fucker in your corner, would you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the game's changed loads. I mean, you go through now the people who's got licenses. There's hardly the people that's actually boxed and been in the game all their lives. You're being well outnumbered now with people that's just come into the game who's never had a fight in their lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Massive weekend of boxing. We've got Kell Brook versus Terence Crawford. Eddie Hearn's doing a massive card. He's got Rachel Ball, Katie Taylor, Terry Harper on, all fighting for world titles. McCullough McGowan's fighting for a good title as well. And the big one, Mark Heffron versus Denzel Bentley rematch. I think Mark Heffron's going to win it this time. He's just been training with the Jennings. He's had a full camp with them, so I think he'll give him the edge to win the fight.
I fancy Mark big time this time. Obviously, he grew up with Mark, sparred so many rounds from him, he's got a massive punch, and really seemed to be hitting it home last time and towards the end of the fight. So I think if he just picks up where he left off, I think he could get devastating knockout, mate, because he was landing that right hand massively. But yeah, I'd be well interested to see what everyone else thinks of that, actually, because I mean, you're going Mark Heffron, I'm going Mark Heffron. You know, if anyone wants to drop a comment below and let us know what they think, we're up for the debate. But we wish him all the best anyway. And what I say, big massive thank you to Ben Ridings for coming on today. Massive thank you to Calgary's for coming on today. And make sure everyone looks out next week, because we've got some big guests on, some funny stories. It's going to be entertaining. But make sure you click that subscribe button, guys. Thank you again.